Have you ever been in a sauna? It's incredibly hot, and it's a big mental challenge to stay in there and not just run out screaming. It's good for you, but the process of being in there is pretty darn rough. And that's how I felt this week going through the Alphabet Superset challenge. Look down below for details about that. I did A for amaze.
I guess I set out first to just find out what I could do on my own. I did a really short drawing of someone looking what I thought was a maze. And then I went looking for pictures of characters in Avatar who looked a maze, which was surprisingly more difficult than I thought. What I kept running into was that actually I would find a face that was similar, but it didn't actually look quite right. Like, it didn't look fully amazed to me. As I started finding more and more pictures trying to find someone look amazed, I realized a lot of the pictures that I found actually looked more shocked to me, and I thought like, oh, actually, you know what, they're not that different of an emotion, I suppose. It's really just about the context it's in, you know? Like, I would think, oh, I'm amazed when I see a beautiful sunset, and it's like, wow, the colors are so cool. And then shocked would be like, oh, that dog has 2 heads, oh my gosh. Something like that, which I guess you could eventually become amazed of, like, oh, I can't believe that dog's alive, that's so cool. Nevertheless, so having found that, I feel like I actually tried trimming down the pictures to what I was more looking for in a maze, which is definitely more of a positive emotion. And what it came down to was like, yeah, they have some very similar things. Raised eyebrows, big round eyes, usually a round circular mouth, but there's also like that mouth from Aang that I really liked. It was sort of like a sideways heart, and I liked that. And then I just hit a wall mentally of not really knowing where to go and feeling like I'd already failed the challenge, or like I just done this wrong, I approached this whole thing wrong. I guess I sort of related to BoJack real quick of the Xerox of the Xerox. Like, oh, I'm trying to learn from someone else's experience of learning what someone's emotions should look like. I feel like my ability to be able to actually learn to draw an emotion from a cartoon wasn't going to be effective. And so I don't know, I got so depressed, honestly. I felt like I just done everything wrong, and I didn't work on it for days. I just wasted time and just procrastinated, and I wanted to do it, but I didn't, and it sucked. And it wasn't until after I really just talked out loud to myself, just sort of processed what I was feeling and confronted my fears, and I kind of relayed also what I'd already done, and it made me realize I actually had done a lot more than I thought. I should be proud of how far I'd come. It's not where I'm gonna end. I'm just gonna keep on going forward, and progress is good. And so last bit was just to I decided I was going to give myself grace and I just drew pictures from, I went online and looked at other human expressions, not just from Avatar, and yeah, I'm pretty darn happy with what I came up with. Yeah, I hope to encourage others. Don't be afraid to try. Don't put too much restraint on yourself. Just keep trying. And don't let the idea of, oh, so many other people are better than me. You are probably miles ahead of someone else. You're also miles behind someone else. And that's okay. If you stop, then every single person ever is gonna pass you. Trying is better than nothing. Yeah. A is for amazed. This was fun. This was hard. It was a big mental barrier, but that's the whole point of the challenge, is to just push through and just get it done. And so I hope you join me for next week as I take on B. Do you have any guesses on what the B emotion could be? You could talk about what cartoon you like that began with A, or you could talk about if there's any bit in Avatar The Last Airbender where they have a really good amazed face. I'd be really interested to know. But yeah, thank you. Please like and subscribe. Bye.